Carcino here, and let's get it started. Wanted to tell you guys hit the like button. We're just getting in here. We're trying to keep a lot of things in perspective. Well, hip hop has always been a give and take type of industry. Whatever you give, they take. So, what many people might not have known is that Nas, Cameron, Big L, you know, they weren't the best of friends, but out of all the rappers, Nas working with Big L, that was considered the lyricist and the most polished out of the group. And Large P was working on a track for Nas, and this is when it was coming into reality. And as the track was starting to be developed and become more of a real thing than just some pipe dream, unfortunately, that's when he was gone. Nas and Big L, they're two different type of individuals. But Nas didn't really hang around. He knew the type of dudes that Big L was hanging with, and they was for real. When It Was Written blew up, he ran into Big L doing one of his shows. He was coming out to promote his show, and they was gonna go out on tour and all this. And this is when the Nas was up there, and Big L was just getting started, and people was talking about how nice he was. By 98, 97, 98, and Nas was doing his shows, and they was rhyming and doing all that, and Nas just told him, like, dude, just stay hungry. You know what I'm saying? Just keep pushing, do your thing, man. People gonna hear you. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that made sense. So he had gave Nas a cassette tape. Nas put it in his Lexus. He had I don't think he had the Lex at that time. He might have still had the Lexus. But he put it in his car, played the tape, and it was Big L by himself. No Mace, no Cameron. Just all Big L songs. And I was just like, that's nice. I would have loved to got on that track. And I think Large Professor is the one that did one of the tracks that Nas wanted to jump on. And he was like, man, my next album, I might want to jump on that and have you with me. Jump on the track. But Big L was into a lot of street stuff, and some of Nas people kind of pulled him back and said, hey, the dude is in the street life a little heavy, rolling with some people. I don't want you near that. And he was like, we cool though. Big John told him to fall back. So as he fell back, and didn't really reach out. The RZA was trying to work with putting Big L in one of his groups. The RZA was doing his Bobby Digital thing, but he was trying to increase his record promotion, production, and all that stuff. So Big L already had a name. So signing him was a no-brainer. The RZA was interested in bringing him on board. But the person that really made that a reality was Shaheem. Shy is the one that really brought that into existence. Then Big L ran into Nas again. You know, so once he ran into Nas, and he was like, yo, you spun me, you know, on the feature. And Nas is like, nah, man, I'm hella busy. I'm not even in town right now, you know, so much going on. Because the Firm album and all of these things, they was in the works. So he was like, I ain't even put my joint out yet. Because at this time, it was written one out yet. I mean, not it was written, but I Am wasn't released yet. So absolutely. So it wasn't even out yet. So people didn't have the time to even relate to it or what have you, you know. So it's a different feel, completely different feel. No, I didn't want to make it long. I didn't want to make this video long. I just wanted to give you all the facts of what happened. So they never got a chance to, Nas never had a chance to jump on that record with Big L, but that was like one of his guys. Like he actually smoked with him, chilled with him. They were real cool. And he briefly met him for the first time when him, Cam, and Mace was all working together. And they was the children of the corn. But then that all faded away, and Big L started doing his own thing, as Big L was proven to be the better of the artists. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Going back and forth with the drunk Mexican gardener guy. I know Big L went that route because Nas people, you know, they was basically like, you gotta be easy, you know, with that Big L situation. Because, you know, that could go any kind of way. His dude's on their head, you know, because of who he rolled with. Mainly meaning his brother, you know. All right, I'm gonna keep screwing this light bulb back in. That's when things were real. And wham, the lights are back on. I love it. Now, what you were saying? No, I don't feel as if there was any indication that things were different between the two. I think Nas is just giving advice to fall back based on, the real stuff that they was getting into. Now the Digging in the Crates album and working with OC and being independent on the grind, all that came, in the course of it. But I think a Nas Big L track that'd have been severe, especially at that time. Well, right, Showbiz AZ, another two guys who were in the game, doing great, put out a great album, but the streets were a little bit more potent for them, So, well, how the saying go? It is what it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would have been. It's a shame we didn't get to see it, but I definitely agree. That would have been one of the best, probably features. One that I wish I'd have seen mostly out of all the big names. Out of all the names, that's one I would have loved to have seen Nas and Big L jump down on that track together. Yeah, I gotta fix my phone. For some reason, they spiked my phone yet again. So let me go ahead and try to take care of this. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Yeah, Deadly Combination is flawless. Um, that song with Shaheem and Big L, another classic. Yeah, Mace did his thing. Cameron came and had a longer run. Mace came in, did his thing, then left really quick. But from what he did from 1 year, basically, a year and a half was enough to he could tour them songs for the rest of his life. So I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, they've been sticking